when you succeed with it, you have that person in the palm of your hand. You can live a real thing. Okay, it's not just a legend, it's not just a story like that. It's a real thing, it exists. Okay, I've told you already, in Haiti it's a pretty common thing. We've all know someone who did it. Okay, the relationship is gonna be like a battlefield. You're gonna fight all the time. So that spell I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, it's a very, very powerful one. So make sure that you really want to do this. Make sure that you are brave enough to do this. Welcome to my channel, guys. In today's video we're going to talk about a love spell. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what is a love spell, and I'm gonna tell you the pros and the cons of a love spell, and at the end of the video I'm gonna tell you a love spell that you can use if you want to. Yeah, I see a lot of people are asking me about love spell, and I have the feeling that they don't really know what they are asking about, because it can be a very dangerous thing. Okay, so that's why me personally, I would never advise someone to go that way, and I would never do it myself. Okay, but it's a very common thing in Haiti. Like we all know about it, we all know someone who did it. A love spell is basically catching the attention of someone, forcing someone to love you, or maybe the person loves you but you just want him to act certain ways towards you. Okay, but some people do it, it's not because they love that person, it's just because they want to use that person. Most of the time they want to use the money of that person, so they cast a love spell, and so that the person can spend on them. And the pros of it is that it's a real thing. Okay, it's not just a legend, it's not just a story like that. It's a real thing, it exists. Okay, I've told you already, in Haiti it's a pretty common thing. We've all know someone who did it. Okay, and a fun fact about it is that it doesn't affect everybody, or it doesn't affect everybody the same way. There are some people that you could cast a love spell towards that person and nothing happens. It's not just with the love spell, it's with the magic in itself. There are some people that you get attend, maybe because that person has a protection, has a magical protection, or maybe the frequency of the energy of that person is just too high for you to attend him with a love spell or with any magic. And the pros of the love spell is that when you succeed with it, you have that person in the palm of your hand. You can literally play around with that person, and have him or have her do whatever you want them to do. But the cons about it is that you have to renew that spell. You have to cast it again after a period of time, because it wasn't natural, so of course it's gonna go away. So that love is gonna fade away, because that person didn't really love you for real. You kind of forced him. And yet again, after renewing the spell over and over again, one day it would not have the same effect on that person anymore. You will have to change, you will have to do another way. And what makes it very dangerous, the dangerous part about it, is that after a period of time, that person is gonna be violent towards you. The relationship is gonna be like a battlefield. You're gonna fight all the time, because it wasn't natural. So that person that really loves you, you kind of forced him. So the magic, it's gonna be low and high thing. So sometimes it's going low, so there's a lot of fight, and sometimes it's going high, so there's a lot of love. And you can be very tired for fighting for that relationship at the end of the day. And one thing to keep in mind is that when you have this kind of magical hold over someone, it doesn't stay strong all the time. Okay, sometimes the magical hold is gonna be like getting weaker, and the true temper, the true self of that person's gonna, appear. So that's when you're gonna have to fight a lot in the relationship, okay, to keep it together, okay. But the thing is, when the true self of that person is, going up, and the hold is getting weaker, that person is gonna be like more violent than the way he used to be naturally, or she used to be naturally. So that person could do like insane things towards you. He could do like stuff that she or he wouldn't do if they were in the right mind. And what is very interesting about it is that when you're casting the love spell towards that person is the victim of it, okay. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be the victim, because what you did to that person is gonna backfire towards you, okay. So that's why it's a very taboo thing in Haiti, because we know the effect of it. We know that the person's doing the love spell towards the other person is more likely to be the victim afterward. But if after all this information you still want to do it, go for it, okay. It's your life, it's your choice, go for it, okay. So that spell I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, it's a very powerful one. So make sure that you really want to do this. Make sure that you are brave enough to do this. So here we go. What you're gonna need for this, you're gonna need like a really big papaya, okay. You're gonna need a really big papaya. You're gonna need a full hand of salt and a full hand of sugar, and you're gonna need two white pigeons, and you're gonna need a paper, okay. So you take the big papaya, you cut the top head off, and you dig a hole into it, and you take what's inside, because you gotta do a way to make space into the papaya. So you take what's inside out, okay. So you take the paper, you write your name and the name of that person, and you take the paper into the fruit, okay. And then you're gonna take the pigeon, both pigeons, you're gonna do like sacrifices to them. They're gonna represent you and that person. It's gonna be like a wedding. So you take the blood and put the blood into the fruit, okay. And then you take the salt that represent the bad moment, you put it into the fruit. You take the sugar that represent the good moment, you put it in the papaya, okay. And then you take the top head of the papaya, you cover it, okay. And then you take like a big white towel, you wrap it all around of the papaya, and then you dig a hole side of a river. You go to a side of a river, you dig a hole, and then you pray the spirits, whatever spirit that you're serving, you pray the spirits, and yeah, the prayer that you have to do, it's gonna be like with your own words, okay. And you dig the hole and you put it there. It is like a very powerful one. So you need to make sure that you really want to do this and face the consequences of it. As I told you already, me personally, I would never advise someone to do a love spell, okay. And I would not do it myself, but if you want to do it, it's okay. So this is the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. So you leave a comment, tell me your opinions about it, and yeah, don't forget to like the video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel and share the video. I'm